So now that we have overridden equals and hash code, we can now compare this correctly. So now you see, if I click on this, now you see that how in any class this the symbol appears and it tells you which class has overridden the equals and the hash code methods. So when I go back to my main function and let's open the run here, you see that user1 equals user2 was giving false. It should give true now, and user3 equals user1 should also give true. So let's see what the output is. You see that both are true now. Now it has started comparing the values of users 1 and user 2. So if I change the value of age for user 2, let me change it to 25. It's returning false here because user 1 has age of 22 and age here is 25. So it's going to compare all the three fields. Well, you may want to compare the reference as well. Sometimes you may want to check if user 1 and user 2 are pointing to the same address. You can use the triple equals operator for that. User 1, so this will compare the address, not the, so it's saying false because user 1 and user 2 are totally different objects. But when you say now, we know that we've assigned user 3 to user 1, so we know that user 3 and user 1 are pointing to the same, so this is true. So what we realized is every time we write a class, we have to keep overriding this toString equals and hash code. Is going to become very repetitive, error prone. Even if you miss a single field, it is going to give a lot of bugs, and it's also going to make your code very hard to read. And because of all this boilerplate, this class has no body. It simply has the same thing, equals hash code and toString. And if you have hundreds of classes, then every class is going to have this code here, which is going to be a boilerplate code. It's going to make all your code base feel very bloated and repetitive. So Kotlin came up with a solution called a data class, which is a special class that can generate all these functions for you. So to make this a data class, all you have to do is you have to remove you can remove all of this code. You don't need a body for the data class. You only need a constructor, and all you have to do is add the keyword data in front of the class, and you see that it has now become a data class. And if you run this, you see that it is displaying the correct values. So print user1 double equals user2 is printing false because the value of the two are not same. So let's try to make it true. I'm going to say print user1. So let's remove this. So user1 equals user2, since both of them have the same values, 23, 23, Joe, and 22, it should print true. No problem there. So you see how data classes work. So all this boilerplate code and has been written automatically when you make this a data class. Behind the scenes, this code exists. So now developers can focus on the business logic instead of writing these repetitive code and making your code base bloated. You now have a you now have a data class, and you can now have a more readable code, and it's more concise.